I'm Ilya Marchenko.
I'm Dennis Kudla.
I'm Jesper de Jong.
I'm Henry Laakson.
I am Francisco Cerundolo, and you are listening to the Game to Love podcast.
Hey, welcome back, tennis fans. It's Monte Carlo Masters time. We took a little bit of a breather at the end of last week. I know that we did miss a couple of small events that were going on, but it was a very, very hectic time for myself, JG, with the day jobs. And it was the end of two back-to-back sunshine doubles, so we had a little breather. But we are back with a bang. It is the big one. It's a Masters event. I'm excited for this one. And we're back on the clay, JG. Are you excited? I'm sure you are. Your favourite surface. Is everything okay? I'll go to the live chat quickly while we wait. We've got Ems in, we've got Gene in, we have also got a few members in as well. Great to have you all in. Let us know how you're feeling about this tournament. It is Monte Carlo, which is fantastic, and obviously known Rafael Nadal. Couldn't be more devastated about that.
I'm here. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
So the issue I've got is on this laptop when I'm using this mic, it's a bit of a weak cable. So what happens is I need to reset it quickly because otherwise I'm going to be speaking off no mic. So there's no point doing that. But now it's all set. You can hear me. And like you said, Ben, we did miss last week, I feel. Yeah. A lot of that being with our finance jobs, as those who do know what the date is, it was the end of the financial year, which kept us very busy. The two events, the Sunshine Double, and we are here in my favourite season, the clay court season. We know, I think you mentioned it briefly there in your in your intro. Rafael Nadal loves Monte Carlo. He loves this time of year. We're not going to see him. The GOAT on the clay is missing, and it feels like it's going to be a very sad Monte Carlo without him. He wins this event so often. He is, for me, the best player to ever play on the clay. I don't think many people can disagree with it. And certainly the best player to play at Monte Carlo. So it's a big loss for the event. Of course, Alcaraz, another one who's withdrew as well. But we do have Novak Djokovic, and he's back, world number one. He doesn't like this event too much, but he's a big, strong favourite.
Yeah, doesn't like it too much. Has won it twice, as he has done with all other Masters tournaments as well. One of his big main features of his records that he does hold. But he hasn't won this tournament for quite some time. And let's go and have a look at the previous winners. And this one surely is going to be entertained by none other than Stefanos Tsitsipas, the back-to-back Monte Carlo Masters champion. Will he be going for the hat-trick in this one? He loves it here. It suits his game. And he doesn't look nervous on the court in Monte Carlo. He looks like he becomes a different player there, and he starts to dominate the court. And you can see there, 2 finals and straight sets wins in both of the finals that he played. And even though you look and you think, oh, Davidovich Fokina, he was playing fantastically well in that tournament. I remember it. He knocked out Djokovic in that tournament. It was a really great performance. And he can turn it on whenever, Fokina.
I think that's when we started counting how many times he fell over. I think he fell over every match about 3 times.
Most definitely.
In that final as well, he went for a diving shot. I think Steph even beat him might have been on set point, if I remember correctly. It was like a diving volley at the net, which Steph won the point and I think the set. But my memory may be wrong. But I remember it was very funny and ironic, really, that Fokina was losing the points with Steph diving on the clay. But I think Fokina, I did have a quick sneak look earlier. His draw's not that easy, but he's someone you need to be very fearful. Played extremely well last year. And I fancy him to do well this year. Steph, on the other hand, of course, he's won it the last 2 years. You'd say maybe the favourite, but I don't think he is. The reason being he's just been struggling with injuries. Let's be honest. Like he was forced to play the Sunshine Double because didn't want to lose the points. And I think that set him back a little bit. Really, the best thing he could have done, sit them out and fully recover to play the clay, because we know he is very, very good. And he's the one who got so close at Roland Garros the other year against Novak Djokovic, 2 sets up, lost it. He wins Monte Carlo the last 2 years. He plays well. He even did very well against Rafa at Barcelona that time.
Yeah,
We're still waiting to
incredible.
see him do more at Rome. But I like him on the clay, and it's a shame he didn't rest himself because I think he would have been favourite if he had a.
What was that? Sorry, missed the last bit.
He would have been favourite if he had have rested himself.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I mean, this is just the thing is with Djokovic, he hasn't won this since 2015, and a lot of people might say, "Oh, it's not his best clay court one." It's probably because it's the one that comes so early on in the clay court season that he doesn't do so well. Because when he warms up, we know how good Djokovic is. Normally, by the time Rome comes around, Novak Djokovic is firing on all cylinders, and you see him with plenty of Rome titles. So don't base everything of Djokovic's clay court season on Monte Carlo. It's normally a bit of a warm up. It may be a slightly longer warm up this time because of the lack of some of the other bigger names being in the tournament. But don't be surprised if some other players run him close in this first clay court event. He doesn't like it that much, but he's still the number 1 seed and still is going to be probably favourite for the event, I would say.
Yeah, and important to note with Monte Carlo, if you can remember back last year, that's a long time for you to look back then. Your memory's usually 1 day or 2 at the most. But last year, we have the qualifiers playing at the same time as the start of the first round. So that's why we're doing this draw preview now and not tomorrow. But it works quite well because it's a Sunday night special. And usually when we do these ones, we get everything right. So nothing can go wrong, I'm sure. With regards to the qualifiers, of course, this is a Masters event. We have the creme de la creme.
Oh, wow. Of course
They're brilliant. They're brilliant qualifiers. I really like them. We've still got the 1 round to play, which we'll be playing tomorrow. We've got Rusevori, who's playing in good form. Benoit Paire, he's won a challenger recently. Luca Nardi, the young Italian, I think he can be dangerous. He had a good result in the last few rounds. I'll let you speak about that. Lajovic, obviously good on the clay, can be dangerous. Fucsovic, Krajinovic are playing. Tara Daniel, who's been electric actually the last match in the qualifying, I think he could do some damage as well. And he's got a Vashka. So that's just some names to mention.
You missed one there. The one that I was wanting to talk about, and I'm sure you probably were just leaving it for me. Luca Van Ascher,
No, I've left him off.
The young French junior French Open champion, knocks out somebody that we're very fond of. Attila Balazs came in with a protected ranking here, and he bageled Attila Balazs. Unfortunately for Attila, he's not been at the races really. He's just coming into this tournament. And Manarino getting knocked out by Gakov as well there. That's a bit of a shocker. I didn't expect old Manarino to be going out so early, but
if I have to pick one qualifier out of all of them names, I'm going with my Italian, Luca Nardi. The boy.
Nice. Not
160 in the world. No, I like Luca Nardi. He beat Lestienne in the last round.
Oh, you love Lestienne, don't you?
6-2 in the third.
This is your new thing. Well, for me, Luca Van Ascher,
quality. I do like it.
I hope Luca Van Ascher gets through to the main draw, because if he does, then he could cause some problems. He's starting to play a lot better on the main tour now, and I'm actually excited now. The clay court season's coming round. He's had a little bit of form, played a few bigger players. We could see him maybe in the mixer if he gets an easier first round match. Who knows? So let's move on to the actual draw.
One thing before,
go on.
I want to wish all of the people in the live chat and people listening a happy Easter, because it is Easter Sunday in the UK. So if you are celebrating, happy Easter to you. Whether you're going to church, spending time with family, or just sitting on the sofa and eating Easter eggs, have a great time. I know what Ben's doing.
Most definitely. You know me, mate. I'm a bit of a misery when it comes to Easter. I don't really... this is where we completely differ with our Easter habits, I think.
I thought you'd just be eating eggs, no?
I'm the type of person who I've had this is probably like really grind your gears. I've had an Easter egg before, and it lasted me round to the next Easter. Does that grind your gears?
Well, I am very familiar with people like that. So my sister in the household, she will line up her eggs. But this is when we was younger, and I used to see them all lined up. And she used to love the fact that they were all there and all the different ones. She used to take photos of them.
Oh.
Never eat them. A month
Oh.
goes by, they're still there. I'm like, I'm really hungry. Can I have an egg? No, they're mine. I really want them. Doesn't want them. Loves the idea of the eggs. Doesn't actually want the eggs. So yeah, I've had this debate many times. It bothers me. It does.
Yeah,
I end up eating them one day. And I said, don't worry, I'll replace it. But it's too late. It's not Easter then.
There's always someone in the household who always is much more keen on them and would always finish them off. I'm happy to donate them to people who want them. I'm not a big chocolate fiend, but I don't mind the odd one. I prefer if you get one of those little bags of like the smaller eggs or something, and they have like a load of those, not the big ones.
Oh, grow up, Ben. So we've got Ems in the live chat. How are we doing, Ems? We've got Jean. Happy Easter to you. And the big one, Kathy.
Hey.
And the reason it's a big one is this. So Kathy will be at the Reptile Show this week. Me and Ben was actually having a look at Kathy's Reptile Instagram page earlier on today.
Yeah.
And I was very impressed by it because I've not actually looked at it in too much detail. I know Ben, he usually looks after the Instagram. So he was showing me, gave me access, gave me the password. I was having a little look, and fair play. You're doing some great stuff over there, Kathy. And I'd love to say thank you so much for the donation. I don't know if Ben's seen it, but off air right now.
Thank you,
because
Kathy.
I appreciate you guys and I want to support you as much as I can. Great day at the Reptile Show today. I'm so pleased for you, honestly. Hopefully you smash it today as well if you are going. I think you said you are going to be going to the Reptile Show. And yeah, thank you for all of the support. I really, really do appreciate it. And you will be going number one of the top tippers for Monte Carlo.
Thank you so much, Kathy. And I really hope that you're feeling better as well. Like, obviously, you're having some treatments and stuff over the past month or so. So I'm really hoping that that's all moving in a positive direction as well. You are one of the mainstayers on the channel and part of the GTL alumni. So can't thank you enough for that.
Yeah, happy Easter to you all. We've got Ems in there saying she loves my grow up, Ben. Like I'm gonna just use it every episode now. I think I've been doing it more recently. I do it in person as well, but I'm gonna keep the theme going.
I think my favorite one was, you know, when it was. I'm not ever gonna say it. We don't need to say it. It's fine. The Australian Open final.
I'll grow up, Ben.
Exactly.
Right, let's get into it because people are here to hear what we have to say, surprisingly, regarding Monte Carlo. We spoke about the qualifiers. I've singled out Luca Nardi. Ben's singled out another Luca Van Ascher, one Italian, one Frenchman. Do you have an Italian or Frenchman winning Monte Carlo? Let's find out. We've got the number one seed, Novak Djokovic. And right at the bottom, I'm going to hazard a guess it's Steph.
Yeah,
a lot of people dropped out.
I would have thought so.
Yes,
yeah, there he is.
Good guess.
Yep, isn't he number 3 in the rankings anyway? So I would have thought he'd be or in and around that 3 or 4. So
I never know.
Yeah, we don't need to for this. There's the other ones aren't there. So
and of course we've got Ardalin as well. It is a big event for Nole because you've not seen him. It feels like for a while, but it's not been that long. It's just because we've had the Sunshine Double, and there will be the Djokovic fans out in force for Monte Carlo. We're going to see Gary, Jean, Ardal, showing him some love, I'm sure.
Yeah, make sure to enter this one. Download the TNNS app and join the Game to Love League if you are new. And there will be a prize for this one because it is a Masters event. So if you are the winner, congratulations. Make sure to get in contact with us wherever, either in the comment section, Discord, Instagram, Twitter, any of those ones. And just let us know that you've won. We'll verify it and then we will get a prize sorted out for you. And we will be doing a special top tippers battle on this one where we will be doing prizes for that as well.
Yep.
So
Kathy leading the way at the moment. I think we know what will be on the t-shirt if she does win. She's having her procedure, Ben. I think she said next week. So let us know after that, Kathy, how it goes on Discord. Wishing you the best of luck, of course. And to put a positive on it, it is the same procedure as Rafa. Nice. An ablation. For me, it doesn't mean much. I'm not great with medical terms, but it sounds very horrible. Hopefully it goes well. And hopefully Rafa's goes well as well.
Yeah, exactly. Hopefully you both get the positive outcome. and you have a big Bamos when you come out of there. That's what we want to be hearing. Right, on to the draw in question. Novak's been sat at the top here. If you want to go and check out, I put out an AI compilation I made of Djokovic earlier on, so go check that out as well. There's loads of bits and pieces going on the channel at the moment. I popped that out. It's quite amusing. I tried to make some little pictures of him using artificial intelligence, and yeah, it's a little bit of fun. Little new Novak song as well with it. So
Yeah, I like it. Good job. So back
nice.
to this though, Ben. So
Yeah.
Djokovic with a bye. Nakashima to beat McDonald. I'm going to have
I'm
the
gonna go McDonald.
qualifier.
Yes, I would
I'll
go.
go Musetti to beat Kuzmanovic. I'm going to go Laszlo Djere to
Ooh.
beat Hurkacz.
Yeah, Kuzmanovic in the final. It should be noted as well that he's playing Casper Ruud in the final. I'm forgetting it's in Estoril, isn't it? So
I'm going to go Byers to beat Draper. Schwartzman to beat Goffin.
I'm gonna go Draper to beat Byers. Schwartzman,
Sinner,
no, Goffin,
Medvedev.
No.
If you don't know who the qualifiers are yet, I'm going to have Sonego beating the qualifier.
Yeah.
Gut to beat Ema. Zverev beating Bublik. Of course, the last time we saw Zverev on the clay, it was that quarterfinal against Rafael Nadal.
Yes, and
so he's been playing well on the clay.
Against Bublik, he doesn't tend to do too well. That's the thing. I think the head-to-head is in favour of Bublik between the two, but I'll have Zverev going through on this one. I think clay is more his thing.
Yeah. M's they're going Goffin to beat Diego. I was thinking that.
Possible, but
I'm just hoping that Diego has a little resurgence. But I think that's a wise pick, Ems. I can see why you've done it.
This is a good match. Francisco Cerundolo versus Cam Norrie. Both love the clay courts these days as well, especially Cam Norrie. Is he strong enough?
Norrie.
I think I'm going to go Cerundolo. Sorry, Cam.
Okay. I'll have Berrettini here. Dominic Thiem to beat Gasquet. That might surprise you.
No, he got back-to-back wins for the first time in a long time, Dominic Thiem in Estoril. So well done, Tim. I think it's finally signs of moving in the right direction.
Holger Rune, Rublev with a bye. I'll go Menard to beat Huesler.
Yep.
Evans to beat the qualifier. He's back.
Yeah.
He's actually winning matches.
Yeah, he looks good.
Is he still in? What
I'm not sure if he's not sure if he's still in. Wasn't it the one in Houston, I think, or was it Marrakesh? Forgotten now. It might have been Marrakesh. So I saw him winning some matches though. I was excited for him.
No, he lost to Caballero Spain, semi-finals. That was the Morocco one.
Yeah, Marrakesh. Yeah, but still got 2 wins under his belt.
But he's playing better. It's encouraging. And Bain is a bit difficult. So I'm encouraged by that. I think he'll beat the qualifier. I'm going to have Fekina beating Hachanov. And the reason I said it's a tough draw is because Hachanov probably favourite, but I'm just going to go Fekina. He likes Monte Carlo. I think he's better on the clay, maybe.
The odds on that. Yeah, he is slight favourite there, Hachanov.
Yeah. I'm going to have Alex de Minaur beating Murray.
No, why do I always have these ones on it? Is he the favourite as well? I'm assuming he is.
Yeah, big favourite, 1.4.
I'm not. I'm going to go Andy Murray.
Ramos beating the qualifier. Butik losing to the qualifier.
Yep. I'm having that as well, yeah. I'm going with that.
He did win a set the other day from 5-love down.
Yeah, I mean, that was against Chris O'Connell, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's right.
But Chris O'Connell finally beat him, though. So well done, Chris.
I'll have Ruud, Fritz, 2 buys. Wawrinka beating Greek Spore.
That's a real tough one. Like Greek Spore, pretty good on clay, if I'm right in thinking.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go
Probably
Greek Spore.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Greek
I'll have
Spore.
Ben Shelton beating Dimitrov. Dimitrov, someone who lives in Monte Carlo.
Not for
got experience there.
Do you remember his one? Didn't he pull out or lost due to toothache against Rafa?
Yeah.
That was here, wasn't it?
No, he didn't pull out. He played and just lost.
No, he lost like double breadstick. It was awful.
Kathy saying Greek Spore on a tear.
Nice.
Probably the wise decision, but I'm going to stick with Stan for sentimental reasons. I'm going to have Lehechka beating TFO.
Controversial, maybe? I don't think so. I'm going to go with the same. I like Lehechka on the clay.
Jarry beating Chorich.
That's a weird one for me. I
Tough.
mean,
That's
Jarry
50-50 match.
Jarry's sort of back a little bit though, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's got a big serve. Yeah, I'm going to back that as well. But I quite like this. There's a lot of similar picks. Qualifier. I don't know that yet.
Zapata Morales to beat Bonzi and Steph at the bottom.
I'm not convinced on Zapata Morales at the moment. I'm going to go Bonzi.
Oh, Gene's also got Shelton winning. Come on, Gene.
Oh,
Love to see that.
That's it, mate.
Gene's also got Jarry. So me and Gene doing the same things.
That's it.
Right, halfway there. I'm going to have Djokovic beating Nakashima, Musetti beating the qualifier, setting up Djokovic, Musetti again.
Oh,
we know Musetti's going to take the first set and then lose 6-love. I'll have Zher beating Baez, Sinner beating Schwartzman.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Medvedev beating Sonego. Get a little run going on the clay.
Torn a bit.
This is one of them where he goes out early, potentially. Usually he does.
Yeah, I think I'm going to have him going out.
I'm going to go Agut Zverev. I'm going to go Zverev.
I'm going to go Agut here. I'm not convinced on Zverev yet.
I'm going to go Norrie to beat Berrettini.
That's a horrible set. I feel like our brackets are suddenly changing dramatically right now. I'm going to have Sarundalo. Come on, Francisco.
I'll have Rune beating Team.
Yeah.
Rublev beating Manar.
I'm sorry, but this happens every... I'm going to have to speak to... They'd never let me pick Holger Rune on these brackets. Look, it's not possible. I've never been allowed to pick him once on one bracket, so I team through, I guess, on mine.
Yeah, but that's not real. You would have put Rune, right?
Yeah, I will do it on my actual bracket.
I'm going to go for Keener to beat Evans, unfortunately for him.
I'm going to go the same.
Ramos beating Dimonor.
Ramos to beat Murray.
Actually, no, I'm going to go Dimonor beating Ramos. Why not? Mix it up. Rude to beat the qualifier. Fritz to beat Wawrinka. Lehechka to beat Shelton. Qualifier. I don't know who it is, but I've got them beating Jarry. I'm hoping it's a good one.
Could be Van Asher. I mean,
I'm
if
hoping
it's Van Asher, I'll wait and see. If
it's Nardi, I'm going big on him.
Wow, look at him. He loves a bit of Nardi.
And Steph at the bottom.
Definitely
Steph's got a really good draw, by the way.
Yeah, it's really good.
I'm looking at the section he's got as well. Steph's draw is crazily good.
But
Djokovic has a tough draw at Monte Carlo.
How fit is Steph right now? Like, is he rested enough? Question we got to ask ourselves.
I don't know.
I think he was going to be okay, if I'm perfectly honest. I feel like not playing, going so deep at Miami or in Indian Wells, he's probably a little bit more rested.
No, but he's fit. He's injured.
I just feel that the rest may have helped him, though. He likes it here.
But he's injured.
He's a two-time champion, back-to-back champion.
He's injured. He's got a nice draw, so let's just see how it goes. I'm going to have Djokovic beating Musetti. I think that's a no-brainer. I think Musetti takes the first set, 6-1, and then I think Djokovic just blitzes him.
Djokovic isn't he on a course for 39 Masters as well? Like he's on 38 at the moment, if I'm correct. So this could be a nice, easy opportunity to get another Masters event under his belt. Yeah,
we've got the Compliment King in saying, nice hair, Ben. JG now has some competition. I told you your hair would be popular tonight.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? I didn't wear a cap for a session. I had quite a lot of hairspray on this, though. Look, it just goes back. Flick it up, goes back again.
Mine's a bit wet, so I had to put a hat
on. Just got out the swimming pool, yeah?
No, I got a leak.
Brilliant.
Living the high life. The jacuzzi, in my room.
So steam room, right?
Sinner to beat Zher.
Sinner to beat Hurkacz on mine.
I'm going to have Zverev beating Medvedev.
I have Sonego having a little run here.
I'm going to have Rune beating Norrie.
I would have Rune, but I can't. So I'll have
team then.
I'll put Sarundalo for now.
Okay. I'll go for Keener to knock out Rublev.
No, I'm not. I'm going to go Andre.
Keener run.
I'm not sure.
Rude to beat Dimonor.
Rude. Ramos, Rude to beat Ramos. Rude looks like he's back to form again.
Lehechka beating Fritz.
That's a tough one for me. I think Lehechka is better, but How good is Taylor Fritz on the? When did we last see Fritz on the clay?
Last year.
Just trying to think, like, what was his like form? 5-3 on clay last year. Only 8 matches. No, I'm gonna go Lahech as well.
And Steph, nice easy draw, beats the qualifier for me.
He's loving it down that bottom side, isn't he?
Right at the top.
Ooh,
big decision to be made here.
Djokovic versus Yannick Sinner.
It's a horrible draw for Djokovic.
Yeah, it's not
this
good.
This is horrible because Sinner is playing well. If we see the Sinner what beat Alcaraz, he beats Djokovic. Because I think Djokovic, he needs some more matches to get going on the clay. We often see his first event back. It's a bit shaky. I remember last year it was the same after the whole saga. Same with Nadal as well. Sometimes the GOATs need a little bit. They need, I don't know, a warm-up.
How long has he been practicing on the clay, though? Because he didn't play any.
I'm sure he has been, mate. But I don't think that's...
Not
practice
play.
And playing matches is a complete different thing. I'm going to have Yannick Sinner knocking out Djokovic.
I think it's tough. I think it's real tough. I feel this is a great opportunity. If we see the Sinner that played in the final against Medvedev, then unfortunately he's just going to be wilting under the pressure again of playing.
James is going for Sinner. Gene's backing Djokovic.
I think I'm going to have to go with Gene on this one. I'm going to back Djokovic. I've just put out an AI compilation. I'm going to have to go with it.
I'm going to have Holger Rune beating Zverev.
I think that's Holger Rune on my one as well. But maybe am I going too big on Sonego in this thing? I feel like I'm just losing my head a little bit. Is Sonego... I don't even know how well he did at last year's Monte Carlo. I know he's good.
You've got him here now, Ben. So make a decision.
Well, I've got Cerundolo.
Rune.
Rune.
I'm going to go Rude to beat Fokina. I think this is the end of the line for Fokina. Not going to get to the final this year.
And I'm going to have Rublev here.
And at the bottom, Tsitsipas beats Lehechka. He's got a lovely draw.
Should do. As long as he's not injured. It should be Tsitsipas. But then it will set up Rublev Tsitsipas in one semi for me. And then Rune Djokovic at the top.
Yeah, I've got Sinner Rune. And I think Sinner will beat Rune. He's going to be high on confidence. Just beating Djokovic. Beats Rune as well. Goes into the final favourite.
Wow.
I'm big on the Italian. It's not Nardi, it's Sinner.
I can tell I'm just like jinxing Novak Djokovic right now, and he's just going to he's going to do his standard like, I'm not good at Monte Carlo, and then just
Van Evans knocks him out again.
Don't. Oh, I'm gonna have him in there anyway. Just for
at the bottom, I've got Rude Tsitsipas. I'm not sure about Tsitsipas. I think he's got an easy draw. I don't think he's been tested. Rude will test him, and I think Rude beats him.
Well, we had Rublev Tsitsipas in the final in 2021, and you see there, Tsitsipas did beat him in straight sets, 6-3, 6-3. So it's only going to be one thing, isn't it? It's the classic 1-2.
Steph. I think Rublev wins that match. I think you got that wrong. I don't see Steph making the final. I think he'll get semis at best.
I don't know.
Easy draw, but he's just not fit enough.
Quite an easy draw. If he gets through those first few rounds, he might.
A fit Steph can win this one, but he's not. So I'm a bit dubious. Anyway, I've gone for the Yannick Sinner Casper Ruud final, 7th seed versus the 4th. I think Yannick Sinner defeats him in the final and wins Monte Carlo.
Casper Ruud might be a little bit tired after a back-to-back tournament.
He'll be pleased, Sinner, if he can get Ruud.
I'm just like, this whole injury thing with Tsitsipas at the moment is keeping me a little bit like I'm just unsure, like what to do.
Me and Ems have the exact same Sinner Ruud final with Sinner winning. Love that, Ems.
There's part of me that would love to see Tsitsipas like be a hat trick champ, but is it really? I feel like I've gone for a final which I'm not even that convinced in, to be honest.
No, it's not going to happen. I hate to say it to everyone, but the 1-2 is not happening this year, I don't think. That is the one which I think will bring the crowds in, but it's not going to happen.
It's a shoulder
I'll
injury
eat my
as
hat
well,
if we
isn't
see this one.
I think I'll go for Steph then. I don't know if Djokovic will get there, but maybe it'll be Steph and he's just good here and he just doesn't show signs of the injury.
Fair enough. Well, Ben's gone for the 1-2 with a 2 win in. Who's your dark horse?
Lehechka.
I think mine's going to be
Excuse me.
Davidovich Fokina.
Oh,
I think being on the bottom half of the draw, that's where you got to pick the
Yeah.
dark horse. I think it's
Most
got
definitely.
to come from down there. So I can understand your Lehechka one, but if it's not him, it's got to be Fokina. I've
Yep.
got him going all the way to the quarters. There's no reason he can't beat Rude. And then I think he would certainly have a chance against Steph as well because he's not the best version of him. So I like Fokina's chances. I think he's got a better chance this year, Fokina, than maybe last year. However, he's still got to beat some big players early doors. Hachanov's tough. But if he's able to beat Djokovic like he did last year, who's to say he can't beat Hachanov and Rude?
Well, exactly. He just lost to Cecchinato in the last tournament, but I don't know if that means anything.
It's not Monte Carlo.
That's true. He might step his level up. Some players play better at different
It's
tournaments.
not just that. He's a weird player. He can just turn it up on certain events.
Yeah,
He's not very consistent, but he is good on his day.
most definitely. Right. Well, there you go. I'm hoping that Tsitsipas shows no sign of injury, comes back and does the hat trick. It would be an incredible feat in his career. And I think it's the only Masters event he's ever won. So if he wins it 3 times in a row, is he going to become one day the king of Monte Carlo? Who knows?
No, Rafa's already got that, mate. But I'm hoping for Yannick Sinner. Let us know your predictions in the live chat or in the comments section. Make sure to do your bracket on TNNS, Apple or Android, and there will be a prize for the winner. Shout out to Kathy again, who is top of the top tipper leaderboard already on our first episode of Monte Carlo. Thank you so much. Best of luck, of course, with the operation and the expo. I think it's expedition.
Yeah, expo, I think it is.
Exhibition. Expedition.
Expedition, you're going up a mountain.
Going to space. But no, thank you everyone and join us for some Monte Carlo action. I'm really looking forward to some of these live watch alongs.
Yeah, I don't know if we called out that other super chat that came in or not. It was
No, we didn't.
So just thank you to that one. Just clarifying that Sinner is the only person to have beaten Alcaraz on all 3 surfaces. Just when you were talking about him defeating Alcaraz, could be Sinner's year. Who knows? It's still very, very young, and we know he is very good on the clay court. So I wouldn't be mad if I saw Yannick Sinner taking that title.
Yeah, well, I think it's happening, Ben, but let's wait and see. Thanks for watching, everyone. Make sure hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and we'll see you for Monte Carlo action.
Come on.
Ciao, ciao.
Palme.
You've moved the outro. We don't even have an outro.
You'd have to use the other one for now. I think I forgot to put it in when I was setting it up for a Covey the other night.
Okay. Thanks, everyone.